always organized, but I thought designing stuff was cooler. I was in the school orchestra. I had a lot of friends who also played instruments. I always tried to plan everything, and in the end, life happens.
Leeuwarden kent superveel talent. Maar sommigen blijven verborgen of staan bewust liever achter de schermen. Ondertussen zijn zij wel de mensen die een grote bijdrage leveren aan onze cultuur. Hoog tijd om juist deze mensen beter te leren kennen. En aangezien je dit het beste voor elkaar krijgt als je samen gaat kamperen, gaan we exact dat doen op de mooiste locatie van Leeuwarden, de Prinsentuin. A really good spontaneous walk.
Yeah,
Klaus,
and
come.
Klaus doesn't come.
Klaus. he will come later.
Yeah. There's something going on there, I think.
So, welcome.
Hello.
We have to set up a tent.
Oh, we really start with this now. Okay, all right.
Have you ever put up a tent before?
Yeah, I think like in the backyard for my parents when I was, I don't know, 8.
Shall we start with that and then we can drink wine after that?
After?
Yeah.
Not during?
Maybe if it takes too long. Let's start with that first,
all right.
Yeah?
Cool.
Okay, I'll get the tent.
All right.
Wait, one more. Yeah, like this.
And I think even one more, right?
So this is it, right?
Done.
Done.
Where do you want to have the ingang, honey?
Here.
Okay.
So this is the front. Okay.
I think we're doing quite well here.
Well,
It is big.
actually quite smooth.
What did you do different yesterday? I mean, we just laid it out.
It went all fine yesterday until this point.
Okay, so now we know this is a crucial point.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is the moment, you know.
Usually they come with instructions, don't they? Look here.
This is a little one.
Oh, Klaus, now you come.
Nee, Klaus. Kijk, daar zijn brokjes. Wine. Food. Klaus is also thinking about food, I think. We have 3 bottles to go, so...
I also brought one just in case.
Okay, always be prepared.
Oh,
Cheers.
Alles tent.
So, but you're not from around here, because we're talking English, that's for a reason. Where are you from?
Germany. I could also speak Dutch now, but I rather not.
We can just do it in English, because we're already starting in English. So if we're gonna do Dutch now, I'm all confused.
Yeah, and I would also not sound very smart.
So I'll just sound stupid in English now.
Thank you.
When you were like 15, 16 years old, do you ever felt you were gonna be in this kind of line of work?
I don't know.
What do you thought?
Well, after I saw Sex and the City, and Samantha, I thought it's super cool to do events.
Yeah.
Stand there with your guest list. It's really cool. But yeah, it's of course not that glamorous. I wanted to do something creative, but I always organized. While I was going to school, I always organized in the Schülervertretung, we called it, like sports events and music things. I actually wanted to do event management always. I always organized, but I thought designing stuff was cooler. I did some kind of art school.
Yeah.
After school, I did that, but after half a year, I was just not good enough. It was just really annoying. It was frustrating. Maybe sometimes I did something good, and then I was happy. But if something didn't work out for really long, then I was like a whole week like, oh, it didn't work out. Oh, I don't like that, and start up new. So. And
isn't that a thing of an artist? You're not really good enough.
But I was not there yet, or I wasn't. But now we still have stuff that has to be designed. I can just say how I want it. And
you don't have to do the technical, difficult stuff. You just say I want it like this.
Terrible invention. You're never ready. You can always keep on changing everything.
Yeah.
It's never done. When is it done?
Isn't that like the whole aspect of life, probably?
You are comparing life with Photoshop.
Yeah, you can keep changing and changing and changing.
Well, in life you cannot go back, Command Z.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
We would wish that.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Good. Eat a pizza, come on back.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Like the snack this afternoon at McDonald's. Oh no, come on.
No, that was actually a mistake.
Yeah.
It was better before. I would never have thought, I think, that to those big parties I went, that one day I would
You would be the
one making them also, or be part of that.
What do your parents do?
My father is a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like... No, it is a real school.
Yeah.
It's a German school system. Let me not get into that. So yeah, he's a teacher for business and sports. And he's very sports and health crazy, like beyond normal. And my mom, she, housewife while we were growing up. When I was a bit older, she worked she manages the cantina from my school. So, and she still does that.
So you saw her at school?
Yeah, I got a lot of broodjes.
Yeah, but also in puberty, I don't know if you want to...
Yeah, my mom told me, my best friend, her mother, was working all day. So we were, of course, always hanging out there. Super cool. TV, MTV all day. We could do whatever we wanted there.
Yeah.
And I was always hoping that my mom maybe someday also goes to work, so I have the house for myself. And then she said, yeah, I'm going to work now. I said, oh, cool, in your school. And I was like, what? It's super annoying.
So you still didn't get rid of her?
No. But in the end, it was very handy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got my lunch.
So you came here in Leeuwarden and you needed to find a room?
Yeah, and then I met Dennis. I looked at one room. And Dennis, the guy I did Influenza with, he had, I think, about 30 people looking at that room. I was the last, and it was a match made in heaven. No, and also, of course, because he is a DJ, and I already liked back in Germany, I was a lot into techno and clubbing. He did his own party here, but it's difficult to set up a party when you don't know anybody here, because he was also here just for half a year.
Yeah.
And the first one was not busy. Then we did one, then I was a bit more involved with him and I helped him a bit more, I think. Actually that was his birthday then at the Dozo. That was the first Influenza. That was still at Dozo.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, the party was almost better at our own place. And that's when we thought, next time we just plan it like that. So then we moved to the Gloppe, and then we had like a real after party afterwards at our place. And that was pretty cool, yeah. That was nobody knew that here. Because in Germany, when you go out to techno parties, you don't go home at 5.
No.
So, and then we just moved from the Gloppe over to our place. Yeah.
That was the start of the Influenza.
Yeah, and then it was also the first thing I think people experienced here. I mean, it's 8 years ago now, 7 years ago. And it was not there before. Well, there were others, like Kopfgeist. They also had parties. But I think we were bit younger, and we were more in the student scene.
Yeah.
And also especially in the international student scene.
Yeah.
So, and then it spreads faster and easier. In between, I went to South Africa for my minor. And before, and that was for me actually the end of Leeuwarden. I moved out, I put everything in, I don't know, storage somewhere. And while I was in South Africa, I had to look for an internship, but it was quite difficult for me to find what I wanted, because I had here already something going on.
Yeah.
And then I came back also from my boyfriend Sean. We were just to visit him here after South Africa. I was here and was still looking like, where should I go? And I wanted to go back to London or something in Germany. And I still had to I was here for 1 week to do an evaluatie in school.
Yeah.
And then they read my reflectie report, which I just really did in South Africa, blah, blah, blah. You know how you write a reflectie report on your whole 3-4 years of study.
Yeah.
And they really liked that, because I had not so much to talk about the study itself, but more about, what I did next to my study.
Mm.
And then they said, do you have an internship? I said, no. And they offered me to do an internship in my own company.
Mm.
And that was it. That's how it all started.
I asked you before if you can take some pictures with you.
Oh yeah, God.
Do you have them?
A lot.
A lot. Bring them.
Well, I thought, that's just a baby picture. So you said...
It's a naked picture. I see your butt.
Oh! Oops. I did not see that. Just to ease into it.
Yeah. Break the ice, you know.
So this was when I was packing to move here.
Oh, this is a good moment.
I found that, yeah.
You had black hair?
Yeah, I had black hair when I came here.
So do you think this is a good moment in your life? That you decided to come to Leeuwarden?
Yeah. Sometimes I thought, oh my God, but No, I'm quite happy actually. Yeah.
Why did you think, well, oh my God, what am I doing here?
I always thought I would be in a bigger city, especially after London and Leipzig.
Yeah.
So, but it has both its advantages and disadvantages here. Well, for events, it's sometimes too small. It's difficult to make like niche events, like small things, because you don't have enough people here.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, there's also not so much competition. So it's very double. But I like Leeuwarden. I never lived for so long in one place.
No.
Before I came here, I moved a lot, internship, traveling. So I've never been that long in one place. That is definitely a big impact, because that's the first picture I found after I had, for the first week, my violin.
This is violin? You play the violin?
Yes, and that was a very big part of me while I was in school.
Yeah, okay.
I did, I was in the school orchestra. I had a lot of friends who also played instruments, so we had like a little thing. Yeah, I don't know, it was a very big thing. I was always on the go with my violin, and I was also teaching violin. So I was one of the
You were teaching class?
Yeah, I had always a lot of money because I had a lot of students, and because there was just one teacher in my village.
Yeah.
That was learned for me. That was quite expensive, and anybody else who wanted to learn violin but couldn't pay that really expensive one, they came to me.
So you think you will always stay in Leeuwarden now?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't know. But I really don't know. I never planned to, but I didn't plan anything so far. So
it's not really a guarantee.
I always try to plan everything, and in the end, life happens, and then you just do something.
Because that's...
It's very difficult to leave here, because I have my network here, my friends, and for the job I do, which I really like doing, organizing and cultural things, if I go now, let's say to Germany, where I know nobody anymore, because I'm never in Germany anymore, and or let's say I go to Utrecht or Amsterdam or Rotterdam, I hardly know people there. So then I have to start totally anew again, and there is a lot of other people like me who have their roots. So it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and 3 years ago I was really like, oh my god, I can never leave here, and now I'm like, oh no, I can never leave here. But in the end, it's a nice base here, because you here, Leeuwarden, you can try out things, and as soon as I maybe next year get me a car, within 2 hours I am at the
everywhere.
End of, yeah. So here, I think the living quality is quite high here.
So what do you say? I will put the cameraman, kick them out.
Oh, is it already? Time for more wine.
Time for more wine, and they don't have to film that anymore. I think.
Bloopers.
Yeah, and the bloopers. Are we gonna test it right now?
Of course.
Because I have the camera on.
Well, survival training 101.
101.
Well, is it your shoe or my shoe?
Your shoe. Because you have
that's
bigger
a real
shoes.
boot.
Yeah, because I just have sneakers, you know?
Yeah, sneakers don't count as shoes.
Shoe?
I have different shoes though. Different shoes, maybe that.
You put it in the...
Oh, in the shoe! See, that's a crucial... How long does it take now? Alright, I know enough.
Is it coming yet?
I don't know. Oh, I feel something.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something. No, it just feels like it. Okay.
What time is it?
Late or early, whatever you wanna.
It's
3-ish. How long did we wait for this? What the fuck? We waited an hour
it's
for the food?
3:54. Against that wall.
I can. Come on, get the.
Sugar or milk? Wait, see? See, I broke the banana. It's broken. So, Bettina, this is it. We have spent 12 hours in the Prinsentuin.
Together without killing each other.
Yeah. Need to sleep a little bit.
A little.
A little. How did you? What do you think of sleeping in Prinsentuin this night?
Well, it didn't feel like sleeping a night because it was just 2 hours or something. But no, it was fun, leuk, gezellig.
Yeah.
And definitely something that I can check off my list now.
Yeah. So you want to sleep some more at home?
Yeah.
So I'll just leave you at that.
Yeah, no. Well, Klaus also needs a rest, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
It was fun.
And have a good sleep at home.
So you too, I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
Prepare for tonight.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Klaus, where's Klaus? Ah, there.